Hello, this is Peter Stewart. Thanks very much indeed for joining me from London to wherever you are. This is the Smart Speakers Daily. And we're looking at this article courtesy of podnews.net, which is why podcasting isn't bigger on smart speakers. You'd think it would be, wouldn't you? But Tom Webster has been looking at this. We've been looking at it over the last couple of 3 days and riffing from it, reading from it and reviewing it as well. If you want to catch up, then all of our Smart Speaker Daily items, our flash briefings, are also available as podcasts as well. So you can search for those in the normal way, the Smart Speakers Daily, and also on YouTube as well if you want to go back and listen to those. So we're talking about about podcasts, and he says the most obvious reason podcasts aren't bigger on smart speakers is the fact that the user experience is, quote, sub-premium. Discovery is hard. Listening to back episodes is a struggle, and many times you can't even get the latest episode of a particular show. Let's unpack that a bit. Discovery is hard. Yeah, we're going to come back to that in a few seconds' time. But it's not very easy, because you can ask for something, and it's pretty well documented, isn't it? That even if you ask for a certain podcast by a certain name, these smart devices aren't actually that smart in finding that podcast for you. Listening back to past episodes is a struggle. It may play the previous one for you, but if you want to find a particular title or an episode number within a podcast archive, then you really do have a problem. It will play the latest one for you, perhaps, but finding another one above and beyond that is going to be really tricky. And many times you can't even get the latest episode of a particular show. So why might that be? He says, my own podcast is super easy to find on Google or any podcast network. But if you try asking Lexi to play the Free Nota podcast, hilarity ensues. He says, the very thing that makes Free Nota a slam dunk for SEO, for example on Google, if you want to search for it actually on Google, actually renders it useless for voice, because Free Nota is not a recognised word. So therefore, Lexi doesn't know what you're asking for. She doesn't recognise it. It's not in a vocab, not in a dictionary. So this article will continue a little bit more tomorrow, as the Smart Speakers Daily continues more tomorrow as well. From London.
Part of the Briefcast.fm network.